One Zambia, One Nation, thank you so much for joining us on the news desk with me, Amos Zulu. The top stories. Government constructs houses for Luangwa flood victims. Funds to rehabilitate Sesheke Kazungura Road released. And coming up ahead, Zambian medical experts to undergo cardiovascular training. Here are the details. Construction works of 50 low-cost houses for displaced flood victims in Luangwa district have advanced. The houses are being constructed through the Vice President's office under the resettlement scheme. Jonathan Mukuka has the rest of the story.
He has hit the ground running after being appointed as Lusaka Province Deputy Permanent Secretary. Alex Mapushi is in Luangwa district to start his familiarization tour of the province. Construction of 50 low-cost houses for the flood victims in Luangwa district at a cost of 17 million kwacha is one of the government projects Mr. Mapushi has inspected.
It will come up very well. From what I can see myself, it's very good workmanship. It's neat, and we just hope that infrastructure will come in quickly and render us the second eyepiece so that they can quickly finish this, because those families are still displaced.
Mr. Mapushi also interacted with the workers at the project and encouraged them to work hard.
So these houses, you need to work hard, not just work hard in Kafue,
Richard Lungu is the district work supervisor and now gives more details on the project.
All the 50 houses are all at syllab. They have done the syllabing and started the superstructure, which has seen so far 18 being at upper window level, as you can see. Yes. But now the works have slightly slowed down because of they have run out of finances.
The 50 houses are expected to be completed in October this year, while phase 2 of 53 more houses is expected to commence in February next year. Jonathan reporting for Zanis News in Luangwa.
A new police post in Kabushi constituency in Ndola is being constructed using the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Area Member of Parliament Bernard Kanengo says the police post will provide security in the area. Take a look.
Since 2008, when some community members of Kafue ward in Kabushi constituency of Ndola went on rampage and destroyed the only police post, the ward has not had any. As a result, the people in this area have faced a number of security issues.
We should not burn the police post again, just because you are aggrieved with the police. The police post was burnt in 2008. Up until now, we have never had a police post. We should therefore take good care of the police post as Kabushi residents.
A CDF committee, we've not only managed to finish this police post, but we've also spent 99,800 kwacha to buy the furniture.
Ndola City Mayor has called on the community to maintain the KX police post.
Vehicles that are broken down should be taken to the owners' homes. Not chimoto kachafwa wemwina Kabushi waisa parking apano walikwatana yadi. I would love to see this police post the cleanest again. You have beaten the record, you can beat the record again.
An Ndola District Police Officer commanding is happy with KX police post.
The police post will enable men and women in uniform to operate effectively and efficiently in the community. On behalf of the police officers who are in front of you, I promise, and all these officers are promising members of the public here in Kabushi to guard KX police post jealously so that we can continue working in a clean and good environment and attend to members of the community in the clean environment.
Residents have commended government for the police post. Thank you to the government for opening KX police post in the area. There are a lot of junkies in this area. To the police, they should be proactive to catch all the drug abusers. Mary Chola for Zanis in Ndola.
Now, following the recent launch of the decentralization policy and heightening of devolution of government functions, government departments and agencies are spreading their presence to provinces. The Office of the Public Protector is one such institution in the process of opening provincial offices in its endeavor to take services closer to the people. Henry Himonde has the rest of the story.
The Office of the Public Protector is mandated to, among other things, improve administrative practices in state institutions. The public has been calling on the office to have a presence in provinces to enable them easily lodge complaints of maladministration by public officers. The Office of the Public Protector has heeded to this call and is in the process of opening provincial offices and is also carrying out sensitization meetings to enable the public know about the role of the office in enhancing public service delivery.
There, we've recruited the provincial coordinator for Eastern Province, and the office is in the process of finalizing the securing of accommodation. Authority has been given. Once the procurement procedures are concluded, the office should be operational. Around October, if all goes well. The only challenges that are remaining are the procurement processes. So the office will be fully serviced by the provincial office, which will be based in Chipata. And we hope it will increase interaction and bring justice closer to the people.
Some stakeholders in Eastern Province have commended the Office of the Public Protector for decentralizing its services to the provinces.
They are getting into Eastern Province now to bring the service of that office closer to us, to continue to guide us and support us as we deliver service to the people.
In Nyimba district, the local authority is happy that government has decentralized the disbursement of national resources through the Constituency Development Fund, whose impact has started showing in the community.
The decentralization policy is being implemented in real sense, in real time. It's because of the will of His Excellency the President, who have actually come into play by making sure that money and the power goes direct with matching resources.
In a very bad state, especially the houses for the teachers. But after CDF, the houses were renovated into the good condition which you can see. There were no background bars before, but now they were put. There's also the grill gates were installed. Even the inside, everything is in good shape now. At least the standard of living is now good.
For Zanis News, I'm Henry Himonde in Nyimba District, Eastern Province.
The news continues. Government, through the Road Development Agency RDA, has released 5 million kwacha to the Zambia National Service to commence the rehabilitation works on the Kazungura Road. Here is a report.
It has been neglected for a long time, despite being important not only to Zambia but the entire Walvis Bay corridor. This is the Kazungura Road, which has been in a deplorable state for over 15 years. But government, through the Road Development Agency RDA, has now tasked the Zambia National Service to patch it up to make it motorable as a short-term measure.
The poor condition is 97 kilometers, out of which we've assessed that about 10 kilometers would need to be graded, replenished with gravel, and also put waste rock so that the heavy goods vehicles are able to move even during the rainy season without any difficulties.
The advantage is going to be is before, because of potholes all over the road, you are going up, down, zigzagging, everything. This, they'll continue driving straight. It's a smooth, even surface, so your transit time will also improve.
ZNS commander who visited the project site wants his men to do the road within 4 months.
Sure, sir. Okay? Yes, sir. You must be done by 4 months. So whatever you are doing here, no playing around here. Sure, sir. You sleep tomorrow. Yes, okay? Sir. Sure, sir. Make sure that you sleep tomorrow, and very serious. Yes, sir. Here we have a lot of interest in these roads which are being done countrywide, especially these which are being what we want, especially where because we cannot keep equipment here. It will be like it's imprisoned. Sure, sir. If you start delaying. We want you to make sure that you, when you are working here, you work like ants. Yes, sir. Okay? Sure, sir. Yeah.
The locals who endured the bad road are thankful to government.
We have suffered a lot, many years. So when we are seeing them doing this, we are happy about that. We are appreciating for the president what he's doing on our side, because this road was neglected for a long time.
Mike Munkombwe, Zanis, on the Kazungura Road, Southern Province.
Zambia will on June 16 join the rest of Africa in commemorating the Day of an African Child under the theme, The Rights of a Child in the Digital Environment. Zambia Police Service Assistant Superintendent under the Child Protection Unit, Joseph Simuchembu, says children should be protected from all forms of abuse. Mona Mbonge gives us the rest of the story.
Children's rights are a subset of human rights with particular attention to the rights of special protection and care afforded to minors. It is for this reason that Zambia will tomorrow, June 16th, join the rest of Africa in commemorating the Day of an African Child under the theme, The Right of a Child in the Digital Environment. The day is celebrated to remember the lives of children who were killed in Soweto, South Africa on June 16, 1976, following the protest against apartheid. Zambia Police Service Assistant Superintendent under the Child Protection Unit explains the measures that the service is undertaking to ensure that children's rights are protected.
Currently, as Zambia Police, we are also training our own recruits for the first time in child protection. You may recall that previously, our police officers never used to undergo the course on child protection. So now we've introduced a course called Child Protection in our new inner curriculum, and this is a document that we are using. So this is a handbook that they'll be using as they start their training. Yeah, so meaning that the police will be equipped now to handle cases of children adequately and professionally.
And Save the Children Child's Right Governance Technical Specialist interprets this year's theme.
So this theme actually emphasizes the objective of our project to make sure that the move that we've seen with the digital environment, which is like your next world, everyone else is living there. The same call that we've had to protect children offline is the same call we are having to make sure that we protect children online. People are not yet aware on how to manage the online presence. So this is why, if you noticed in our participation to enacting the Children's Code Act, we made sure that there's a whole lot section within the act that deals with children's safeguarding, but it also deals with protecting children online specifically.
Meanwhile, Media Network on Child's Right and Development Executive Director explains both the negative and positive effects of digital space.
As we commemorate this day, there will be need for us as a country to reflect on, the protection of children, within our spaces. Children having a lot of information, and as adults, we need to get to their level. Let's research. Let us know how to use these internet spaces and some of the pages which are there, so that we can protect our children. Otherwise, if children are more advanced, then we are going to lose a generation.
Muna Chibende for Zanis in Lusaka.
And in a related development, the Child Protection Committee in Isoka District has appealed to parents in the area to stop violating the rights of children. Child Protection Committee member Exuda Muka, who is also Isoka District Cultural Officer, made the call during the preparation for the commemoration of the International Day of an African Child, which falls on June 16. Freddie Piri has more.
You can't deny it. It's really in Isoka district of Mchinga province that child labor activities are still soaring high, depicting from this picture. Other children have no desire to get back to classroom despite free education that the government has provided. Instead, they are involved in illicit activities such as taking alcohol at a tender age. Isoka District Child Protection Committee DCPC member Exilda Muka has appealed to children and parents to join hands if violation of children's rights are to stop.
You know, an enlightened child is a child with a bright future who can make rightful decisions and do the right thing. So to girls out there, even boys out there, this is the time. Now we have to come out of slumber.
World Vision Zambia, Luswepo Swila Cluster, Development Facilitator for Children Protection Sponsorship and Community Engagement Officer, Richard Mwale, highlights concerns on children.
You have the right to education, but you also have the responsibility to attend school. You have the responsibility to study. You have the right to health. But it is your responsibility to take care of yourself. They want start washing you, but it is your responsibility that you should be bathing. So children should take a responsibility. They have a responsibility to, to freedom to associate with friends, but they also have a freedom to respect the parents, to obey the parents.
These issues have been revealed during the sensitization drive on a build-up of the Day of African Child commemoration tomorrow, 16th June. Fred Piri, Zanis News, Isoka, Mchinga Province.
One of the stories making headlines in our news, 8 clinicians and doctors from different health facilities in Zambia are this month expected to travel to the United States of America, USA, for cardiovascular skills transfer with the University of Virginia Division of Cardiovascular Medicine. The medical personnel who will be drawn from Morningstar Clinic, National Heart Hospital and the University Teaching Hospital UTH are expected to learn various aspects of cardiovascular treatment. Take a look at this report.
Cardiovascular disease is among the non-communicable diseases that are now a leading cause of mortality in the sub-Saharan Africa, Zambia not exceptional. According to the Ministry of Health, approximately 6,000 babies in the country are born with heart disease annually, out of which 2,000 require surgery or interventions. Government is cognizant of this disease burden and has continued working with different stakeholders to ensure necessary measures are put in place. Since 2018, medical experts from the University of Virginia in the United States of America have been offering cardiovascular skills transfer to Zambian medical personnel.
We are hoping that we can help with facilitating in some ways advanced care of cardiac patients in Zambia. Our colleagues who are coming from Morningstar Clinic, National Heart Hospital and University Teaching Hospital will be able to learn here at the University of Virginia some ways in which we take care of patients who are very complex.
Next month, another team of medical experts will be in the country, specifically at the Morningstar Clinic in Lusaka's Mainwood area to help equip medical personnel with cardiovascular skills.
We are hoping that we can consolidate some of these skill transfer when we come to Zambia in July with a medical team from University of Virginia. And so we are excited about being able to help facilitate transfer skills in Zambia.
Some of the 8 clinicians who will undergo the training at the University of Virginia shared their sentiments.
It's a very important training in the sense that these parameters that we're going to be measuring for the heart, as well as the service that we'll be training for.
If a patient is coming and they have raised pulmonary pressures, we need that kind of first skill setup and be able to put in the right cath.
To be able to transfer this skill to the other people, the other doctors. So my word of advice would be for other health personnel to be willing to receive this training.
For the Morning Star Clinic, the training is an added advantage for the dedicated Pulmonary Hypertension Diagnostic Centre.
Yes, they want to turn it into a diagnostic center. There is a special test which they call right heart catheterization, which they want to start at this clinic.
These and many more other interventions will help improve access to specialized healthcare service delivery in the country. Jane Simalumba, Zanis, in Lusaka.
The local authority in Mwense district is funding the rehabilitation works of the OneStop Centre at Mwense Clinic using the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. And Luapula Province Acting Provincial Health Director Alex Mbulo has urged more health facilities in the province to take advantage of the funds to improve health infrastructure. More in the following report by Kennedy Chomba.
The rehabilitation of the Mwense One-Stop Centre using the Constituency Development Fund has cheered partners under the Notwampani project, which is being funded by the European Union. The partners note that the move is in line with a sustainability strategy which will enable the government to continue operating the one-stop centers even beyond the European Union support.
And that shows how the government is committed for the one-stop centers and the sustainability that we were talking about. And the one-stop center, as you can see, is under renovation, and it is of the one-stop center, I could say, is well structured, and grateful as Notwampani for the renovation, because the renovation work is covered by CDF for the government. That also shows the government's commitment, and we're grateful. Thank you.
Luapula Province Acting Provincial Health Director Alex Mbulo has implored management in health facilities in the province to find ways of utilizing CDF in order to improve service delivery.
So under CDF, I think you are aware that there was actually a presidential directive to ensure that all the facilities across the country, we need to ensure that we provide running water, and we need to access the monies under CDF so that we actually modernize our structures. So what Mwense is doing is actually just fitting within that the presidential directive that was actually issued to us.
Kenneth Chomba, reporting for Zanis News.
Let's take a break. Join us shortly.
Hello. It's time for you to know your rights. For ignorance of the law is no defense.
People should report any case of gender-based violence to the police. They should not be tempted to compromise the cases, because compromising a case of gender-based violence is actually an offense.
Zambia, like any other country, has got laws that govern the welfare of its citizens.
We provide some oversight on the police service.
When an officer misconducts himself, he's alone. One person being beaten is enough for the commission to move. The Constitution tells us that the people of Zambia must enjoy their liberties.
Every week on Thursday at 19:30 hours, the Zambia News and Information Services, Zanis, brings to your screens a program dubbed Police and the Community.
If we, the police, and you, member of the public, will work together, because the common enemy we have before us is the criminal.
Catch Zanis TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. The Department of Community Development in Lunte District has spent over 83,000 kwacha to empower women through the Village Banking Project under the Livelihood and Empowerment Scheme program. District Community Development Officer Jonas Chola says the program is meant to promote entrepreneurship skills among the beneficiaries. Sylvia Zulu now reports.
Lack of access to financial support is believed to be one of the many challenges that women face today in order to improve their livelihoods. This is why government, through the Department of Community Development, is implementing a number of projects, among them the Livelihood and Empowerment Scheme that seeks to empower women with entrepreneurship skills and funds to help them increase wealth creation in their households through village banking. Lunte District Community Development Officer Jonas Chola says 33 women in the district have been empowered under this project.
This program targets vulnerable women, empowered with entrepreneurial skills
We also empower them with micro loan supports. They carry out small businesses to support their livelihoods. So far so good. We are given 3,000 as seed money from the government, so we targeted 33 women who were equally empowered with the same amount of money of 2,500 each.
Some women under the project have thanked government for the initiative.
Business yo mbomba ya restaurant ukwepika. Ubuteko bwali twafuirisheko impya sharoni. Kabiri twalikwetera amasambiriro oyo bayire kusambirisha. Kunu moku nale chitako business no mbero naire sambira kwa ya masambiriro business yandi yalishire chinja. Ero kabiri yalinga fuako na panganda kuntwala pantanji. Finonde mone ko tunotwa kufuala teto nale fuala kunu moku. After na sambirishwa na poka kona loni na liamba no kuchinjako. Tutengenda chinjako, tusapatonda chinjako no tumalaya. Then nabana ndabachitako support pantu lidana ishirepo kakalupiaka ni shabena mwandi elo baishirefu ati balondapo mulandu wa kutila kuno ifo distance oko tuyamukodere fintura igisa bikwali lemba so kano batulondira ko kaloni akako batinangu wapoka muliko olebula mo transport pako yoko mukoda pantu ifo kuno twikala kudali kulunde okuyalimba tukasamba na nkuluwingu kwali lembishi.
Reporting for Zanis, Sylvia Zulu in Lunte District.
The Ikelengi Town Council says most of the Constituency Development Fund CDF projects under the 2022 funding are nearing completion. Council Chairperson George Zuza explains that the council is currently working on 40 projects with 9 already completed awaiting handover. Kalani Muchima gives us more in this report.
On May 24, 2023, President Hakainde Hichilema handed over project monitoring vehicles to all the 156 constituencies in Zambia. Most of the vehicles have since arrived in their various constituencies. In Ikelengi constituency, Area Member of Parliament Elijah Mchima has handed over the vehicle to the council. Speaking before the handover ceremony, Ikelengi Town Council Chairman George Zuza said all 40 projects under Constituency Development Fund are progressing very well.
Honorable Minister, we are on the ground, and as we speak, CDF projects are going on. We are almost completing. We are almost completing the 2022 projects in different communities. We have a number of 1 by 3 classroom blocks going on. And we shall, by the end of July, hand over all the projects to the community.
The area MP, on the other hand, expressed satisfaction with works on CDF projects in the constituency.
I'm very happy what is happening. Come July, I'm booking you. Which date? I'll come. I'll come so that we go round. This young man, Morgan, I don't know what company it is. Amazing. Amazing. That project, amazing. Why were you bringing contractors from Quito? From Suez? From Lusaka? This at the Amish. Fantastic. We have the potential here, but what we're lacking is coordination and management. I'm very happy that now we are speaking one language. Council, now you see my smile.
CDF committee members are also happy that the vehicle will ease the monitoring of projects.
The success of the projects under CDF are dependent on proper monitoring and evaluation. And this is where the vehicle comes in very needful. Admittedly, we've had challenges during our monitoring for projects, like monitoring our students who are in skills institutions. It's been very difficult for us to travel to see how they are doing. Even the projects in the communities, it has been very difficult. With the CDF project vehicle will be used strictly for intended purposes.
Kalan Muchima reporting for Zanis in Ikelengi, Northwestern Province.
Government has released 4.5 million kwacha for the construction of a bulk market at Kasima area in Mongu district. Acting Mayor Suzy Onguni says the construction of the bulk market is expected to commence by the end of this month and be completed before the onset of the rainy season. Mr. Onguni disclosed this when he addressed marketeers at Kashumba Market in Mongu. Mr. Onguni says that a truck parking bay will also be constructed at the bulk market to enable truckers park and offload goods.
The government has released 4.5 million that we have to do a construction of a bulk market at Kasima, of which I know for sure that the commencement of this construction will start month end of this June. So our prayer and hope is that before the onset of the rain season, we are done with the construction of the bulk market. Because if you look at what is happening here, people suffer when it comes to rain season. In terms of the issue of the plots that are there at the bulk market, they are at stages. There is low cost. It starts from 4 pin, 5 pin, 6 up to 10 pin. We are not only doing the bulk market, but we are also doing the trucking bay. Meaning by that time, we will not allow any truck to park at near anywhere town. Because if you look at our town, it is ever congested with the trucks that are taking the copper, the trucks that are carrying a lot of goods. Even these trucks that offload maize here, the trucks that are offloading tomato here, all those trucks will be offloading at the bulk market and will be parking at the trucking bay. We have signed an MOU with the owners of the plots that these people operate here until we are done with the bulk market. There will be no one who is going to chase anyone here. Everyone will trade the way they were trading. We have a common goal of saving the people of Mongo.
And lastly, in our news, government has disbursed over 2.9 million kwacha loans to 29 groups in Wacha constituency in Kafue. Central Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Godfrey Chitambala says the money is being disbursed under the Constituency Development Fund. Here's a report.
The increased Constituency Development Fund has continued to benefit ordinary citizens. In Kafue's Wacha constituency, 29 youth, women and community groups have benefited from the CDF empowerment loans worth over 2.9 million kwacha.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am well informed that a total amount of 2,925,990 is being given out today. This is a great achievement by government, and more is yet to come. Today, 29 groups from various wards in Wacha constituency are being empowered with amounts varying from 15,000 kwacha to 200,000. A clear sign that you have different businesses, and this government stands ready to help you make your dream come true. To you all beneficiaries, may I urge you to use these monies for its intended purposes and grow your businesses to another level. You have the responsibility to follow the conditions attached to these loans if you are to benefit again.
Wacha Member of Parliament Sidi Mushanga itemized successes scored through CDF.
Under the skills development and secondary school boarding bursaries in 2022, 455 young people were approved and went for training guest of honor in various training institutions. 3,442,385,000 has been paid under skills training and bursaries. Guest of honor under the component of community projects, 40.2 kilometers of roads have been graded. 680 desks were procured and distributed to the following schools.
Kafue District Commissioner Lennox Shimwambwa and the Mayor Patrick Shala shared their thoughts on the Constituency Development Fund.
WDC's guest of honor are critical. What we are seeing today in Kafue District, let me say it like that. The WDCs are priority projects. When they go to the CDF committee, and these priorities are flipped the other way around. I don't think it's helping us, colleagues. It is not right. When WDCs have a priority list, if they are saying that they want a clinic as the first priority, give them that. That's what decentralization is saying, that we must carry everyone along.
I want to report to you, District Commissioner, guest of honor, Honorable Member of Parliament, that we shall continue doing the right thing. We will make sure that we continue with this trajectory so that we continue serving the people of the Republic of Zambia.
The loans will be dispersed by Zambia National Commercial Bank.
We are alive to the challenges that businesses face to access finance, among others, and this is why we are committed to make business easy. And this is being done through tailored solutions that we as a bank have introduced. We know that these different projects will grow our communities and our country at large.
And the beneficiaries called for prudence in the management of the funds.
I would like to urge all the beneficiaries to be prudent and to be honest on using this money. It's not every day where you can access a loan at 5%. Most of the banks, they are charging at 31%.
Kelvin Tembo for Zanis in Kafue, Central Province.
As we end the news, here's a reminder of the top stories. Government constructs houses for Luangwa flood victims. Funds to rehabilitate Sesheke Kazungura Road released. And lastly, Zambian medical experts to undergo cardiovascular training. We end the news just there. Thank you so much for watching. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is Amos Zulu. Bye for now.